I see the others far away, as if in fireless camp they lay.
My name is Jacob Carroll. I am a teacher. I work at Trinity Christian School in their middle school department. I'm also involved with MoCo Arts for their summer camp cake, as well as NHCI for their year-long program.
All right, thank you very much. Please raise your hand for a dream within a dream.
In my teaching career, what really drives me is I really want our future generation to be strong thinkers. I never want my students to leave my class knowing what to think. I want them to leave knowing how to think. And so that's what drives me, is that desire to create thinkers in this world and to cultivate their future. As not only an artist myself, but someone who teaches art to kids, I love living in a region where they can go out and see so many examples and have so many different areas of inspiration. I love that about the Monadnock region.
My name is Laura Ruddle Miller. Professionally, I work at Badger Bomb. I do investigations for quality assurance, and I am also a Keene City Councilor at large. Being part of this community has become incredibly important to me because I feel like so much feels like it is out of control and out of our control, and being able to give back on a very direct basis feels like the easiest way to see that you're making an impact. All of these things that are going on around us at all times are just very overwhelming, but when you work with a local organization or when you join your local government, you can see exactly how the things that you're doing are impacting your community, hopefully for the better. I feel like sometimes that gets lost because it feels like people have a really hard time figuring out how they can make the world a better place, and local is really an important way to do that.
My name is Ashley Norris, and I am an international board-certified lactation consultant, a birth and postpartum doula, childbirth educator, and I do placenta encapsulation. All this really stems off of when I had my daughter in 2017. So that really empowering experience that I had, I was hoping to nourish other families so that they had it as well. Now that I've gone through it with 4 kids and have supported many, many families in the community, there is such a lack of support in certain aspects of that postpartum journey. There's so much that happens. So having this for the community really gives them that support.
My name is Katie Hart. My title at Home Healthcare Hospice and Community Services is Director of Operations.
We'll look at requisition forms to be assigned.
I never have a hard time getting up in the morning to come to this job. When I think about how my career has gone and what trajectory I've taken, it's always with the root of being the most help. How can I be the most help to the people around me, to my community, to my organization, to my family? I grew up in an era of Fred Rogers, and he was so good about teaching people about being a helper and looking for helpers. And I really took that to heart. And I love being a helper. I love being a problem solver. So I hope that people learn that I'm somebody that likes to dig in, that I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty, and I really want to help.
My name is Cody Morrison. I serve as the Executive Director of the Monadnock Economic Development Corporation. What is rewarding about this kind of work is the ability to help those in need and the ability to grow a community and help build. Earlier in my career, I worked at some community development finance agencies in Concord. And what that taught me is that this region had a reputation and a culture for wanting to roll up its sleeves, get together, and make big things happen. I knew that I wanted to come back here and had a great opportunity to, because I wanted to contribute to innovate and get a lot of big things done. Monadnock Economic Development Corporation was really one of the leaders, if not the leader, in that throughout the state of New Hampshire, throughout the region.
My name is Mo Kelly, and I'm a hospitality manager. I love being in the hospitality world where they come in and they're greeted and they experience something that they've never experienced before or something to remember. I think my favorite part is just learning other people from all around the world, all the walks of life, and just having those conversations. Every 5 minutes can change in the hospitality world. They remember me serving them in a way that I just love that. And now I want to proceed, just helping the community in the nonprofits with Moe's Cheesecake and spreading my joy and love of wine around the community and just helping others out.
My name is Justin Lyons, and I am the nurse manager for the emergency department at Cheshire Medical Center. What I really hope anybody would take away from the work I've done over the years is that even when you don't recognize that you've done something for another person or for the community or for a group within the community, you really have. And it might not be till years later that you even find out the difference that you've made, but that also so much just falls in line with what this community is and how we kind of by baseline inherently support one another.
My name is Sarah Cunningham. I'm the Camping Services Director at the Dakota YMCA. We run YMCA Camp Dakota in Richmond, New Hampshire. We've been around for 110 summers in Richmond, and that's a lot of people who've gone through our program. So there's this camaraderie behind kids needing this experience and people making that happen. I really see people showing up with what they have and the reach, right? There are so many kids in the Monadnock region that need support, and we have all these folks who just think about them and say, Dakota's a great place. I should reach out to them and see how they can help. As somebody who's been at Dakota for over 20 years, right, as a kid who grew up there and now as a director, I get to see those relationships as they come back year after year. And there's just something so special to that.
It's got a lot of legs.
My name is Olivia Clark. My title and role is the Education Director at the Cornucopia Project. Our organization helps the community by providing educational programming to mainly the youth in the Monadnock region. I like to call it edible education. So cooking, gardening, farming. I think being with kids really fills me up and gives me a sense of purpose, and just seeing them grow and learn is just my favorite thing. I feel really lucky to be a part of it, and I really appreciate this work that we're doing. It really gives me a chance to give back to the community and connect with families and businesses and all sorts of wonderful things.